Well, one of the more exciting pieces from the treasure from 1988-89 recovery is this large quartz gold nugget. There weren't anything like this in that treasure. We're yet to be seen with this recovery in 2014. We still have some bags to open, but there were 26 pounds of gold dust and nuggets recovered, and then this thing shows up. It's pretty amazing from a collecting perspective. These types of things have a high degree of collectability in the mineral world. But this one just happens to be from the SS Central America.
What kind of value?
This is probably north of $150,000. So, I mean, it's unique. I don't know how you put a number on something like this.
We thought instead of our usual regular federal issue gold coins that we would sort of specialize in the shipwreck gold that we've had put away for years and all of the related memorabilia. We bought a couple of ingots out, one from the Justin Hunter. We have coins here for sale that were brought up from that first go-round. None of the coins from the second are for sale, but they're available for viewing, at least a small portion of them. The ones that are for sale are primarily the $20 gold pieces and some of the California Pioneer gold that was circulating at the time in the later years of the gold rush, 1855, 56, and 57.
Got a few things that we could look at, like the $50 octagonals. There were only 13 of these recovered in the initial recovery in 1988 and 89. And of course, they all sold immediately, but occasionally you'll see one come through the marketplace, and we recently made an acquisition of one of those 13. Now, what's interesting to note is in 2014, no octagonals were recovered whatsoever. And so it's they're as rare today as they were when they recovered them in 1988. So only 13 of those from the ship, very popular coins.
And what kind of value on the octagonal?
This octagonal piece right here, these basically, you know, they're $100,000 or more.
Wass Moliter was a popular one. We have two coins from a $10 denomination. One is from 1852, which is a very rare coin. 1855, which was sort of an emergency issue, is also represented. We've got a couple of quarter eagles from the shipwreck. One is from 1845, so that must have come from Philadelphia, gone all the way around, and was coming on its way back again. Superseded by that is an 1856 S that is in absolute gem condition in MS67. It's the finest by 2 points, and quite obviously it was being held back by perhaps a gentleman collector to give as a gift to some maybe his son or grandson back on the East Coast at the time.
Well, this is a Harris Marchand. This is really rare. Only 34 or 37 of these were recovered in 1988, and then I believe 4 more in 2014. But a bar like that is $300,000. It's 55-ounce Harris Marchand. Now, the Kellogg and Humbert, which were the most common bars recovered, here's an example that's 119 ounces, and a bar like this would be north of $300,000. What's interesting is the small ones like this, which there's only 11 of from the initial recovery, and I think there's 2 more from the 2014 recovery. These to me are the really interesting bars, and I think every bar in the deals will be worth $100,000 or more. Right now, you could acquire this one from me for like $85,000. And then Blake & Company's, which there were 34 Blake & Company ingots recovered in 1988 and 89, 0 in the 2014 recovery. The Blake & Company bars have performed stellar. This bar was probably $60,000, $70,000 in 2001. Today it would take $300,000 to buy one like this. But Blake & Company coins that exist today are excessively rare and very, very valuable. So the bars of Blake & Company from the shipwreck have benefited largely because the coins are so valuable as well.